What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining the Mindset Mastery. Um, I wanted to do this weekly thing because tech can be learned. It's really about this that your mindset that really can decide if you're going to be successful or not. And we see a lot of people with a certain frame of mind when they come into tech, and I want to kind of reframe so you can see in a different from a different perspective, see from a different light, and also help with your roadblocks so you can break through those and you can just be successful. I want to really just have the true conversation about what does it take for you and how can you get there and what's going to happen when you do get there. All right. So, thank you for those who are joining. I want to take the time and just really commend you if you've been doing your work for the week. It's hump day. Is it hump day? It's a Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's hump day. Yep. And we halfway through the week. You almost there. Okay. What up, Kendra? What up, Kendra? Any questions that y'all have, put them in the chat, comment, whatever the case may be. So when I was getting into cloud, I had a mindset of like, can I really do this? I don't even know if I'm gonna do this or not. Even though I wanted to do this, I wanted to make the money, I wanted to challenge a career, I wanted something different. But my mindset was, can I really do this? I'm not gonna be able to do this, bro. Like, I don't even know anybody that can do this. Number one, before I get started, can you hear me? Can you see me well? I want to make sure my sound and everything is great. Put the LUs in the chat if you can. I want to make sure you can hear me well, you can see me well. I'm looking down because that's what the computer is, and sometimes I might look up to you, but I want to make sure you can hear me well. Put the LU in the chat if you can. Okay, all right. So my mindset was like you don't even know anyone that can do this, let alone you're trying to do it. And right then and there, I didn't realize that I was already on the road to losing because even though my actions at the time were about excitement and trying something new, my mindset, my subconscious was telling me like, bro, you're not gonna be able to do this. So I had to shift my whole entire mindset to be able to make it because maybe you are here now. Some of you are at this point where you're doing all the things you need to do. While everything goes smoothly, you're like, yeah. But as soon as you hit a roadblock, right? And that roadblock could be you working on a project and you just can't get it working. Or that roadblock could be you stumbling across terminology and you just be getting hit with certain tech terminology that you just like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't even know what that is. These roadblocks that we get hit with, if our mindset is not right, we're not even going to blast through them. You're going to sit back like, man, see, I told you I can't do this because a project is taking you more than 5 minutes to put together. You're going to say, see, I told you I'm not smart enough to understand this because you didn't understand maybe 2 or 3 words that person said in a video or said live or whatever. And all you have to do is Google. Or guess what? It's this thing called ChatGPT that can really help you focus on learning a lot of the terminology in tech and help you break it down to a point where you can understand it. And what I like to do in ChatGPT is I like to just tell it to break it down to me on a fifth grade level. But nevertheless, we say we want these things. I want a six-figure salary. I want a challenging career. I'm tired of living check to check. I want to be able to live a life that I never thought I could live. I want freedom, right? I want to be able to work remote. We say that we want these things, but in the back of our mind, our mindset, and we're going into it, we're doubting ourselves every step. So and I'm gonna give you the ultimate game and give you what I actually think from my heart. So what happens is you have people online like myself that will challenge the status quo, challenge the way you think, right? We would tell you, hey, this is possible for you. These are the things you need to do, right? Here's some things you need to go and try right now. Free resources, go and join this group, go and do these projects, etc. But in your mindset, you already have it that you can't make it. You can't do this because maybe someone told you, or maybe you just got a friend who tried to get into cloud and they've been trying for the last 3 years. And in reality, if you look right now, 90%, 90, I'm gonna say 95% of the time when people say, man, I've been trying to get into tech or get into cloud engineering for 3 years and I just can't. 95% of the time, they're not even doing everything they're supposed to be doing. They just do it when it's convenient to them. And then when they do it when it's convenient to them, and then they try to kick in the door when it's convenient to them and they get a no, then they get inconvenienced. Then they say, oh shit, man, I told you it's not working. And a lot of us give you the game on how to be successful. But what happens is you have a mindset, and I've been there. I've been there. We have a mindset, not you. We have a mindset that we already think it's not possible, but we say we're going to try it anyway. And then when we hit a roadblock or something doesn't work the way that we thought it should, then it becomes the person who persuaded us to do something that we wanted to do in the first place fault. You get what I'm saying? So like you can have a mentor right now, or you can have somebody who just like me give content and just inspires you. But your mindset is not right. So you try this thing and then it doesn't work the way you thought it was supposed to work because you want overnight success. So in 5 minutes of doing this project or 5 minutes of trying to learn something, you get frustrated because you feel like you should be an expert and it doesn't work. And you be like, see, I told you, man, they just, they don't know what the realness of it is. The reality of it is it's hard to get a cloud roll. It's going to take you 2-3 years to get one because we're listening to what our mind tells us and we are focused on what everyone is saying that's negative about the industry. Because you got to understand, our mind has our own algorithm as well. What you believe and what you focus on is what you're actually going to pay attention to. So if you focus on the negative, if you focus on you can't do it, right? But you're trying it, right? You're still going to try because what if? What if my number hit? What if I hit that jackpot? I've been playing them numbers every every week. What if the numbers hit? Deep down, that's think about it. That's just like people who play the lottery every day. Deep down, they know, but they're gonna play just in case. Right now, you like, well, I know I'm not going to be able to do this, but I'm gonna do it just in case. But what you got to understand is that success has everything to do about what you do, not how you feel. But what happens is because the way you feel, you allow it to dictate what you do. Let me rewind that back. Success has nothing to do with how you feel, but everything about what you do. And because of how you feel, you allow it to dictate what you do. because you feel this is going to be an impossible road, because you feel right now you're making 60K or 50K a year, it's no possible way that you can get into a 100K job. There's no possible way you can get into a 90K role. Everything that's coming your way that's a roadblock, that's actually the exact instances that you need to build your mindset and build your skill set to become the cloud engineer. You look at it as a roadblock and you say, shit, I told you, is not for me. Why? Because it's hard, because it requires consistency, because it requires discipline, because it requires you getting up, working towards what you said you was going to work towards every single day. Hey, listen, let's change your perspective. Guess what? Most of us right now, or most of you, because I'm in a role that I want to be in. So let's say most of you right now are getting up, going to work, working for a company that you don't even want to work for, that you hate getting up, working every single day. Guess what? You do it. And guess what? You become, for lack of better word, complacent or where you are. And you're grateful for your check. But when it comes to your dreams, you won't even take the time outside of the 9 to 5 to put in an hour or two a day to work towards something that can get you out of that position. You say that is false. You say that is selling snake oil. You say that it's no possible way anyone could be successful doing this. And my question for you is, then why are you trying? Why not just quit? Why not just quit right now? Why not just say fuck it right now? I'm not going to do it anymore. There's no job out there for me. This tech industry is not for me. Let me settle where I am. You know why? Because even though your mindset tells you so, it's this energy inside of you that knows that this is possible. You've been focusing on the negativity, so your brain algorithm focuses on all the negativity, but you see the success out the corners of your eye and you want it. And it's okay for you to want it. I'm here to tell you it is okay for you to want to do something better for your family, with for yourself, for your career, for your finances. Anyone that tells you that you are reaching for straws and you should be happy where you are is someone that you don't even need in your circle. Right now, who you need in your circle are people who are doing what you want to do and people that inspire you. Because you got to understand, you are who you hang out with. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real. If you hanging out with 3 other broke people or broke mindset people, guess what? You're going to be the 4th person with the broke mindset. What do you think, you're gonna be the diamond in the rough that continues to hang out with 3 other broke mindset people, and you're gonna be the one? Well, that ain't me. Well, guess what? It will be, because energy is transferred. It is not lost. How many times we come home, if you have a partner or kids or whatever? How many times you come home and you're mad, and something happens and you take that energy out on your partner or whatever, and then all of a sudden you feel better, even though it's wrong, right? But you like, whew, you get into an argument, you like, I ain't mad no more. And next thing you know, your partner's raving like, you like, why you mad? Why you mad? Because energy is not lost. It is only transferred. And you think that energy won't be transferred to you? That broke mindset? Eventually, those 3 people, 4 people, 2 people, whoever you got in your circle with that broke mindset is going to talk you out of your dreams if you continue to hang with them. And I'm not saying that you can't, you know, have conversations every now and then, but I think what I had to do Matter of fact, let's just rewind this back. When I was getting into tech, I'm from a small county in Virginia. Everybody that I talked to never even heard of cloud engineering. My mama, matter of fact, my mama thought I was involved in some pyramid schemes. Think of how that crazy that sounds. When I was telling people what I was doing and I was starting to showcase myself on LinkedIn and showcase myself on Facebook, people were telling people in the county that I was living in that I was involved in like multi-level network marketing because I was trying to tell people about this great thing called cloud engineering that you can make great money. You can work in tech and build a career. And I was working from home. I still am, but I was working from home. And people were telling people that I was involved in a pyramid scheme. So when I actually got my first role and it paid me six figures, thanks to God, thanks to the journey, the networking that I did, my mom was like, make sure it ain't no scam now. Oh man, let me check it out. Make sure yo, so this is what I'm saying. The mindset of people who you have to break off from those people. What I had to do, I had to stop talking about what I was doing to people who didn't understand. Like even my own mom, she didn't understand. She didn't know what cloud engineering was, but that wasn't going to stop me from getting into it. She just didn't know any better. She didn't know. So I had to break away from that mentality. Hey, mom, I love you, but until I get to where I'm going, we can't really talk about this. I can keep you updated, but like, you don't know what this is. So like people fear what they don't understand. If you talk, go talk to somebody about AI right now who don't really understand it. What they gonna do? Oh no, man, AI's gonna take your job. AI taking over everything. Oh, these things about to take up. They don't even understand what AI is. So they fear what they don't understand. Your mindset shift should be this: I am going to be successful no matter what. As long as even if you don't have the right path right now, it's okay because you're going to bump your head, you're going to go through a learning curve, and you're going to fall into the right things to learn. That's what it's going to be. You might be on the wrong learning path. You be like, oh, no, that's not what I'm supposed to do. But that information and everything that you learn on the wrong learning path is still going to carry over to the right. Nothing is lost and wasted in tech. And I don't know who, are believers out there, but I'm just telling you, God is faithful. You understand me? If God put it in your heart, if He put it in your head and put it in your heart, you can have it in your hand. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter that you've been studying for the last 9 months. Guess what? When you finally get that role, even if it takes you 19 months, when you finally get that role, those 19 months are not going to matter. I promise you. When you sign that offer letter that's going to change your life, the time that you waited and spent and dedicated to move into one of these types of roles is not going to matter. What's going to matter is that you made it. If if I'm giving value, say yes. I just want to make sure what I'm giving y'all is valuable for you to shift this mindset and break through these roadblocks. Put yes. Let me get a little sip. I want to make sure. Is this valuable? Are you getting something out of this? It doesn't matter how long. So this is why people quit because they have they already have a negative mindset about it, And they already say when most people, let's say 50% of the people who say they want to get in cloud or get in tech, it's two things. They have the negative mindset already, and then they say, I'm gonna give it a trial run. Internally, they're gonna give it a trial run. Like, oh, if I don't get a job in 90 days, this shit ain't real. Like, who said you're gonna get a job in 90 days? Who said you can even learn this stuff in 90 days? So when it 90 days turns to 9 months or 9 months turn to 18 months, they're not trying to do that. But guess what? Let's say they make it 50K right now in the next 18 months. How much you think they'll be making at their role in their job? But they probably get 1 to 2% raise. Okay, so 2% raise is what? It's $1,000. So they'll make 51K in 18 months. And they gladly going to work every single day. But when it comes to them pushing to another level to make more money than they ever made in their life at this moment, they say I need to do it in 90 days or it ain't, it ain't for me. That don't even make sense. Some of y'all went to college and spent 4 years in college only for you to be in IT networking groups trying to figure out how to get into tech. So you were so caught up in spending 4 years in college to go for your current career right now, and you can't give the next career 9 months. This is crazy to me. So let me see what Kendra said. Kendra said, everything you're saying about mindset and emotions, I've gone through it and I'm still am as I'm practicing with labs. Listen, it would never go away. The feeling of what if I fail? Never get. Your mindset should shift even during the tough times. I'm telling you, I just went through a tough time in my life. You understand me? Like something that I was going through was tough. I still kept the faith. I still praise God every day. I still said positive affirmations to myself every day. I still believe that I was going to be successful and God came through. Never fails. If you don't quit, you will always receive the return on investment. There's people that put themselves through a program. There's people who go through college, for this. There's people who self-study. Whatever the investment is, if you don't quit, you will always get your return on investment. Somebody will come in and say, well, man, it's been 2 years for me. Well, if it's been 2 years, it's been 2 years. Maybe we need to look back on these 2 years and see what you've been doing wrong. Because the success is there. The success is waiting for you. You just need to become the person that you need to become in order to attain it. Same thing as a business. Let's go back to the business where we've been talking about. If you are a person who created a business and you say, my goal is I want to make $1 million in this business, then you need to become the business that makes $1 million. You need to become the owner who understands and has the skills and has the systems and has the personnel to create $1 million business. You don't just get it overnight. You see what I'm saying? And even if you get lucky and you got a surge, and let's say you made $1 million in the next 60 days, 90 days, which is crazy, right? $333,000 a month on your first 3 months, then you need to become the person who can sustain it. People talk about they want to be successful in getting into cloud from no technical background in 60, 90 days. People like, yeah, I got my solutions architect certification. Yeah, I'm just looking for a job now. Gave myself 60 days. If you were to get that opportunity, if God was just to plop that job in your lap right now, you wouldn't be able to keep it. You know why? Because you don't even know what it costs to get it. Think about that. Do you really want what you're asking for right now? Or you want to go through the journey of building yourself so you can keep what you have? Same thing with people if you got money, right? Having money doesn't mean you're going to keep money. If a person is not trained and is skilled in managing money, the money will leave as fast as it came. If you got the opportunity in tech in 30 days and you're not ready for it, the opportunity, you will lose the opportunity as fast as you got it if you don't have help. Enjoy the journey. Every day, I'm going to be successful. Every day. Today is the day that I learn something new and get better. Every day, I am a cloud engineer. I am a systems engineer. I am a security engineer. I am a tech support engineer. Whatever it is, you say these things to yourself, and then you go out and you just work and get better and go for it. Everything you touch will be successful. Everything will work out for your good. Even if you fail, it's just opportunities to learn. I failed my exam. Okay, let's go back and look at the weak spots, get some hands-on training, and go back and retake the exam. I failed my interview. Okay, now we know what we need to do to be stronger for the next interview. And sometimes the failures are just opportunities for you to show up for yourself in that moment. Oh, you failed, or you thought you blew the interview. Where you thought you blew it on? Oh, I was weak in this area, and they asked me about containers, and they asked me about, Python, and I'm not really strong in it. Guess what? It's time for you to rise to the occasion. Go do a Python, go do a containers project, and reach out to whoever you just interviewed with, and say, hey, um, I know in the interview you told me that I was a little light on Python and containers, and I was a little weak, but I decided to do these two projects that were really based on the problems that you all saw. Take a look at it. If you give me some feedback, and I appreciate it. That's you showing up for yourself. It's time to change the mindset, yo. It's time to stop hanging with people that are not doing you any good, that's not pushing you towards your goals. You and your friends should all be pushing each other towards goals every day, better every day. If you got people in your circle that's telling you that you can't do this, or your LinkedIn channel, your LinkedIn profile is set to a channel or a profile that's, what people who hit you with the, let me tell you the reality about getting in the cloud, and then they list all these negative things. Don't listen to that bullshit. They just venting and sharing the experiences that they had. Guess what? Your experience is not going to be their experience, or their experience is not going to be your experience. You understand me? Everyone's experience is different. They already had the mindset of, once again, they started and tried the journey, but their mindset was already tied to, I'm not going to make it. And when they hit a roadblock or several roadblocks, and they just didn't have the motivation to push through, then they come and try to tell everybody about what they discovered about the negative situation. I'm here to tell you, it don't matter who say what. I don't care if Jeff Barr from AWS says himself, hey, this is not what you want to do. That's Jeff Barr's experience. That ain't you. My name's not Jeff Barr. This Broadus Palmer. And hey, I'm going to push through because this is what God said I can have. Maybe I'll be the next Jeff Barr that replaced that negative thinking. That's how you got to think. Everything is out here for the taking. What kind of bubble does Elon Musk have around him to say you can't be somebody that's better? What kind of bubble do all these tech geniuses that run Fortune 500 companies, what kind of bubble they have around them that say that you can't do anything? What kind of bubble do these principal engineers or whatever it is that you want to be have around them that say you can't do it? Guess what? They started no tech experience as well. Some went to college, some didn't. Some got it out the mud, meaning some had to work extremely hard. Some cultivated relationships to get to where they are. No matter the journey, you built for it tough. And my suggestion to you is get up off your ass and continue to work, and stop listening to the people who don't want to do it anymore and trying to convince you that there's nothing on the other side of the wall. Because me, I'm standing on the other side of the wall, and I'm telling you, it's everywhere you want to be. So, with that, right? I ain't want to talk your heads off. I just want to give y'all some game, and hopefully this change your mindset. Any questions? I want to see if anybody got any questions. I'm here. I'm up to answer questions. And was this helpful as well? Give me the thumbs up, thumbs down, and give me a thumbs down. Then I want to know why, right? But if was this helpful, and whatever questions y'all have, ask them. Go ahead and put them in the chat. Let me see. Question. I know we a little bit delayed on my end, so I'm gonna give y'all a few ticks. What you got? Ask away because I want to help you change your mindset and get through your roadblocks. Change your mindset. This is tough, right? This is something we choose to do. The mindset is something we choose to have. If you're feeling defeated today, you can feel defeated, but you can still choose to say, you know what, even though I feel down and I feel like, man, I'm still choosing to wake up today and say, and have my mindset set on everything that I know I can have, even though it may not seem that I can have it. Trust me, situations, life be life, and you studying, you in a program, life be life, and don't give up. Those on the other side of the wall are cheering for you. I'm cheering for you. And I want you to know that. All right. So, with that being said, come on over. We got a free community, free resources, free courses, free projects. I do these type of lives as well. Cloud Career Accelerator is what we call it. Invite your friends. We're just trying to create a whole community that's just going to help. I'm going to give you the game. I'm going to give you the realness of it as well. That link right there is going to help you come into a community that you'll be able to network with other people. All right. And if it makes sense for us to hop on a call because, hey, you need direction, you need a strategy, you need structure, you need to be able to understand how can you build value to your skills. You need help to understand, you know, some of the things that you need to do to take your brand to a next level, and you need help landing the role. If it makes sense to schedule a call, drop LU in the chats, or you can head to levelupintech.com. Schedule a call. We here. And let me make sure no one has any questions. Okay. So we here. Continue to have a positive mindset every day. All right. We've been working out this muscle, right? This muscle right here has been the negative muscle. This muscle right here, positive muscle. If you've been working out the negative muscle more than the positive, it's time to continue to work out that positive. Because sometimes, we got to give our mind time to gradually get back over to the positive mindset that we, haven't been in the last few weeks or years or whatever it is. So think about it. If you've been thinking negative about your career over the last year, well, the positive feelings that you feel about it are not going to come overnight, right? Even if you change your mindset today, tomorrow is still going to be another challenge for you to power through. So we need to continue to have this positive mindset shift every single day and just look at the roadblocks that you face as opportunities that are going to help you build yourself into the engineer that you want to be. So when you get into the interview, you can tell that story and you can land that job. All right. Appreciate y'all showing up for this mindset mastery. We're gonna have one every it's supposed to be Tuesday. So every Tuesday at 7:30. Make sure you connect with me if you haven't connected with me on LinkedIn. But thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Continue to strive. And I hope this has been valuable for y'all. All right. See you later.